So I'm going to scrap out a couple of those real big office copiers today, just to get them out of my way. And I already did one. And here's a tray that I took out of it. It's got an excellent board in it. Whole bunch of good chips on there. Some RAM. A ton of insulated wire I took out. It's even got a little hard drive. And this is only one tray with the board. There's another 2 trays that have all different boards. The power board. There's another set of RAM that was inside this one. You can see there's gold pins. Everything is gold pins. Gold corner chip. Underneath here, there's a real nice chip. Gold on all the boards. I scrap these out all the time. I think they're worth it. I get quite a few of these big office copiers. In a normal month, I probably get maybe 15 or so. Sometimes more, sometimes a couple less. But let me go over here and get into this next one, and I'll show you a little bit of taking it apart and show you what we get out of it. So here it is. There's the model number, DF305, Konica Corporation. I got another one right there we're going to do next. So I'll start right here in the back. I'm going to pull off this back cover. I'm going to pull this top, the flip top off. That's where the glass surface would be for putting the paper in for the actual photocopy. I'll take that off. I'll process that separate just to get it out of the way. Real nice board down there. Tons of motors, power boards, copper transformers, tons of wire, copper down here, a lot of nice IC chips, some copper windings up here, some motors. There'll be a fan behind here, power board down here. And there's really a lot of wiring inside these big copiers. Let me get into it a little bit more. I'll start to show you what we get. This is that nice board I showed you in the beginning. Pull all these wires and plugs out. It's going to be a nice board. Tons of IC chips on it. Little ones, big ones, removable ones. Some gold pins. Not all of them, but some of these are gold pins. So here we are. I got most of this side all apart. A little bit down there at the bottom to do. I don't know if you can see down there. Those are all gold pins in there. This right here is a huge motor. We'll get that from the other side. But we're getting there. A few boards that we got out so far. A nice pile of wire that I got started. And some light iron. We'll be back in a bit. Here's the second copier I'm going to scrap out this morning. The other one's already done. I'll show you everything I got later. All that wire and the boards are in there. And the steel I got out of here. But I'll show you the pile that it made after I take this one apart. So I just got to pull this motor out, and then this is all done, that piece. I'll pull this bar out too, that's #1 steel. Those are the drawers, the paper trays. I let that go as light iron. They're half plastic, but there's some metal in there too. These are the sides. This is the bottom of one of the copiers. These are all the pieces mixed in there. This is the bottom of the other copier. And just some of the connecting pieces and just all the light iron, just the junk. I took them apart completely just to get them out of the garage there. Normally I just pull out the wire, the boards, the motors, and I leave the whole thing, you know, basically together and send it to the yard like that. But due to space right now, I had to take everything a little bit more apart. I'll show you the wire and the boards in a few minutes. I'll lay that all out for you. I'll process all this stuff here a little bit further down. I'll take out those bars, the #1 steel. Right here and right here, I'll pull out these bars, a little bit of wire. Same thing. A couple pieces of #1 steel in here. There's some wiring and some switches in here too. I'll take out. See down here on the bottom, you got a little motor. A little bit of copper in here, some more copper wire down in there. I always take these apart and just put them to the side. I'll box these up. I might work on them today, but normally I box them up and save them for a later date. I just try to get the bulk of the stuff out of here. Here's some of the tops. You know, that's where the glass is, where you actually make the copy. Here's another one right here. That's just the top. There's a bunch in there. There's a couple motors in there. There's a ton of wire. There's 3 or 4 boards. So I'll take all that apart, usually at a later date. Here's some of the boards that I got out of that one. Some nice copper transformers in there. A couple IC chips on that board. A little motor there. It's a decent board. Mid-grade. You could pull off a couple of them IC chips if you want. If not, just send it out as mid-grade. It's another mid-grade. Or you could pick off the chips, send it as low-grade. Totally up to you. Depends what you're going for. Same thing on here. A couple little chips. Nothing crazy. Most of the stuff is mid-grade. Whole pile of wire right there. Now that the camera focused for you. That's everything. That's one copier right there on the floor. Up here, I boxed up. Everything here is from the first copier that I took apart. Here's that real nice motor. That's pretty big. I'll take it apart, because I cut the wire on it. So I'll take that one apart. Normally, if those motors work, they sell for about $100, $125 on eBay. But this one I cut the wire just to get it out. I know this one wasn't working too. So that was one of the reasons why they got rid of this copier. You know, I got some other boards in here, some wire. I showed you this board. It'll go as mid-grade. Some wires, some connectors. A lot of gold pins on different things in here. Nice copper. A couple transformers on there. Some nice chunks of sheet aluminum. A couple strips of aluminum here. These came out of one of the first copier I did. And like I said, I still got other stuff to take apart. There's the control unit. You know, all the buttons to turn it on and whatnot. There's another board in there, some silver. I'll get that apart next. But I just wanted to get those two copiers out of my way. I opened up one little 3-foot square. Now I could put another box there. Maybe I'll throw some boards in it. I got boards piling up everywhere. And I need some more storage. So that's kind of why I made that space right there today, as I want to put another box right there. I'll put a box, and then I could throw all the boards in there until I'm ready to process it out at a later date. I'm going to take apart a couple of the trays that got some of the real good boards on. I'll film that so you can see it. So I got this tray here. This came out, I showed you in the beginning of the video. This came out of a copier I already took apart. I didn't film that one. But this tray slid out, you know, really nice. I like it when they're able to just slide right out. Got all the boards on it. Cut the wires, one shot, and it all comes right out. And this is all the good stuff. This is what we're after when you're doing e-waste. Some nice gold fingers on there. Another RAM. One gigabyte. 2 gigabyte. 4 gigabyte. I try to sell them, but nobody wants to buy a 1 gigabyte anymore. Even a 2 is pretty tough to sell. Everybody wants 4. So those will go to scrap. There's some really, really nice chips on here. And the whole board has got a gold coating on it. Super, super thin, but it's still gold. See what I can take this all apart for you. Get rid of this light iron tray. Most of this wire is just low grade, tin coated. It's nothing great. None of this is gold pins. You'd think the boards are so nice that it would be gold pins in there, but they're not. I'll still put the ends aside. Just double check them. So you're going to get some insulated wire. I had a huge chunk of it already from this copier. So you got another board there. There's really nothing good on it, except a little bit of gold in there. They'll probably still take this into mid-grade. There's no reason they won't. Or save it for gold recovery yourself. Some more wire. Got a nice little hard drive in this one. You could take that apart, or you could sell it as is. I usually take them apart. Not my favorite thing to do, so I just pile them up for now. I got a couple 55-gallon drums full of them. One day I'm going to process it all. I don't know what day, but one day I'm going to do it. Got some gold pins there on the end of that jack. We'll throw that one aside. Down here you got a nice aluminum heatsink. It's not big, but it's still extruded aluminum. Little chip right there, really nice. Down here another gold corner chip. There's always another screw somewhere. Always stuck. And it's a torque bit. So it's going to go like a slot card. See the gold fingers there? Little card here. There's some gold in there. These are gold pins in here. A couple IC chips on the back. Little tiny IC chips on the front. Let me take this off. There's garbage, plastic. So, it's a nice board. Sell it with slot cards. Or you could pick off all these chips. You know, like I always said, it always depends what you're doing with it, what you're trying to accomplish. Everybody does things differently. Everybody's got a different end result of what they're looking for. But, totally up to you. A little bit of gold in there. You can see the gold on all the board. It's so super thin, but like I said, it's still gold. So some of that I missed filming because I never turned the camera on. I got this new tripod here. Pretty cool. It comes with this Bluetooth switch, so I could turn it on from this side of the camera. I don't have to keep going over to the camera and hitting the button, which is pretty nice, except apparently I never turned the camera on. So I'm going to show you again what you get. Now, this nice board, these are all gold pins, gold pins. You see the gold pins sticking up right there. Gold corner chip, a lot of flat packs, a lot of IC chips on here. This is a nice gold chip here. A few IC chips on the back and some gold fingers. The whole board is foiled with gold. Super thin, but it's still gold. I got this little board. There's all gold pins in here. I'll cut them off. Little RAM type stick. Hard drive came out of there. Little memory card. Another board. Just the tips of these are gold. I don't think you could really see it. But there's all gold on the board itself. It's all foiled with gold. Another RAM stick. Slot card. This will go as a slot card. Gold fingers. You can cut them off. You can pull these chips off. Gold in here. Like I said, depends what you're doing. What you're looking to get out of it. One little piece of aluminum. Nice hunk of wire. And one fan. Copper bearing motor. And that's just on this. This was one tray. This is one tray out of the copier I took apart. And there was 3 trays pretty similar to this one that came out of there. So, there's another one I took apart for you. I'm going to go throw all this in with my boards, throw this in with my RAM pile. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share it with your friends. You know, I want to thank everybody that's been sharing the channel and posting it in the live chats and putting it in their descriptions, a link to my channel. I really appreciate it, guys. And someday I hope I'm going to be able to repay the favor. But this is what we got. Again, I'll make another video. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Just wanted to show you this, guys. Super high grade, server grade. This came out of a Cisco server. Look at all them gold corner flat packs. IC chips everywhere. Gold all along the edges. All gold pins in there. That's the back of the board. I was just getting ready to throw these boards into one of my containers here. I don't have the best light over here. Oh, maybe a little bit. This is all my better stuff in here. A lot of gold. All gold pins. This bucket got mostly stuff that came out of servers. There's a couple motherboards in here, and there might be a few miscellaneous mid-grade. But most of the stuff in here is all server grade, high grade stuff. There's a few things in here that ain't that good. But I just thought I'd show you a look in another one of our buckets here. With some stuff ready for gold recovery. I do quite a few servers. So this is where they end up. This bucket gets the server stuff. Here's one of the power boards out of one of those big commercial copiers. Here's a couple more boards that came out of it. A lot of nice chips on here. Some gold. Nice copper. Some real nice chunks of extruded aluminum. A lot of nice copper on here. Just a regular power board, but it's very, very heavy.